It's Week 12 of the NFL, and this one features the Saints' leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Saints and the Bucs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, everyone, Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5 and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4 quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, drop real quick,
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 24 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. He's going to keep this again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Following the fumble recovery, Dillon on the move to his left. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Bronco switch.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to look deep for more, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Saints at 9-1 on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On third down, Dillon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. On first down, Dillon. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This goes out wide for Mixon. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next break they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's the option, running right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Throwing to start the drive. Dillon, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Roll, alert, check.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go, Jack.
Second and 11. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Flushed out right. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off the play fake, Dillon. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Show them what you got. Let's go, man.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hill on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And they will take a knee here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one is all even, 6-6 in the second quarter. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Cam Akers, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 26. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Back to throw here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Lewis Seen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll look to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Mixing up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Dillon. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Operating from the gun, Dillon. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Dillon. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And that's going to do it. Clock hits 0. They're not going to get another playoff time. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities. 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame. We trust him from this distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing. And
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 68 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. On the delay, it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Otten brings it in over the middle. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otten, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Rolling to his left. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off-play action. Dillon. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back to throw now on first down. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They go play action here on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Dillon. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
McPherson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be... He's got a man, complete! And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Saints, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.